You can help your child learn to love books if you read to them now. In fact, a child's affinity for reading becomes even stronger when you, as a parent, make the words on the page come to life. To help you find inspiring books to share with your youngsters, the Balancing Act has partnered with the Children's Book Council. And this morning, we are pleased to have award-winning author and musician Johnette Downing right here in our studio. Welcome to the show, Johnette.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
I'm thrilled to have you here. Now, one of the things that I found really fascinating about you when I was reading through your books, you have a great way of combining books with music. Tell me about that.
Right. I started out as a musician. My parents were musicians, so I grew up playing music, and I also loved reading. So it started with the songs, and a friend of mine said, "Oh, your books, your songs will be great books." So she illustrated, Debbie Kader, she illustrated one of my books, and it started the whole process of having children read the books and they can sing the book. So she just took one of my songs and illustrated it and made it into a book.
Now, do you find when you are with children, playing your books, if you will, do you find that the music helps them connect to the book more, maybe even commit the book to memory?
It does, because reading is a left brain activity and music's a right brain activity, so you're connecting both lobes there. And they love to sing the book and then, oh, I want to sing it again, and it really has a way of committing it to memory, like you said.
One of the things that I found, I'm from the South, you can hear it in my accent.
I am too.
You have traveled the globe, but in your children's books, you bring your Louisiana heritage, if you will, to all of your books. Why was that important to you?
Well, the first rule of writing is to write what you know. And I love my culture. I'm from Louisiana, and we have great food and great music. So I love to share my culture with other people. And when I travel to other places, I use my books as a cultural bridge. I say, this is what we do in Louisiana, these are the foods we eat, these are the songs we sing, tell me about your culture. So it's a great way to connect.
Well, you bring in the Creole food, like you just said. Even in one of your books, you have a little reference guide so that they understand some of the words you use, some of the Creole French, I guess, language that you have. Do you find that when you are connecting with children that you are inspiring them to appreciate Southern traditions, Creole traditions?
I think so too, because I think people don't realize that we do have cultures within the U.S., with different parts, different states are totally different, like North Carolina and Louisiana, they're different. But I like to use the books to say, this is my culture, and let's see what things we have in common, and how are we connected, and let's look at our differences, and let's celebrate our differences.
Now, not only are you a musician and an author, but you also illustrate some of your books. This one, Why the Crawfish Lives in the Mud, loved the book, and you actually illustrated this one. Can you show us some of the pictures? This is so fascinating to me.
Sure, I used collage. And I'll show you one of the pictures. And I like using collage because it's a great way of showing children that they can do it as well, because it's tactile and children can cut and paste and glue paper together, and it's really fun for them because they say, oh, I can do that. It's not so complicated.
And this is a great story too. I mean, I was just giggling out loud reading your books. This is so much fun for kids. Thank you so much for joining us this morning and telling us about your work.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure being here.
It's been a pleasure having you. Now, if you want more information on Johnette Downing and her many wonderful works, you can visit her website, JohnetteDowning.com. And to learn more about getting your child to love books or to find some great reading lists, go to the Children's Book Council website at cbcbooks.org. And be sure to tune in tomorrow as we continue with our children's book series with author Barbara Botner. You don't want to miss it.